This is Out by Experience, the first ever two-part episode of Inanimate Insanity Season 3. Now, Inanimate Insanity is no stranger to two-part episodes. They had one for the Season 1 finale and the Bug-Out Brigade Challenge in Season 2. With Season 3, I still think the Bug-Out Brigade Challenge is the best two-parter they ever made, but I still think this episode was great. The story is that the 11 remaining contestants are recording a video so they can submit their episode into the Oscars, which is, I guess, this is the object show's versions of the Oscars. I wonder if that means Fiery and Coin are going to outslap each other during that event. Well, anyways, MePhone built this giant bridge contraption to impress this one critic named Ballpoint Pen. Who is Ballpoint Pen? He is basically Ego from Ratatouille. He has the sophisticated behavior, he even has his own pen and notepad so he can write down everything that he experienced so far. Of course, it's revealed that Ballpoint Pen likes Bridge the card game, but MePhone misinterprets it as a real bridge challenge. But suddenly, a freak accident occurred, killing all the contestants except Bo and Nickel. So MePhone tried to recover everyone in one go without Ballpoint Pen knowing, but he ended up switching everyone's bodies. So MePhone and the other contestants decide to play along that this is supposed to be part of an empathy challenge, but the real challenge is that their job is to race from one end of the bridge to the goal point to earn some points. The team with the most points wins immunity. So it's the Freaky Friday formula, but they don't really hammer in the message that living in someone's life is really hard than the original life like most Freaky Friday movies and episodes do. They're basically playing along to avoid suspicion from the Ballpoint Pen character, and they eventually know how the other characters feel when they're inside someone's body, or something like that. But I still got a lot of laughs from this body swapping episode. I do like how the floor doesn't know how to move Paintbrush's body since he's just a face. And we do actually get some more details on how does the floor move from one place to another. I also like everyone else's reactions when they swap bodies, like Chloe feels happy that she doesn't have her luck anymore, and Test Tube actually has Clover's luck now, and she doesn't have to think about it. I even had a huge laugh when Silver Spoon tried to attain Candle's flying powers by simply blowing out the candle on top of his or her head, but it doesn't work like that since he doesn't have his own inner flame yet. Yeah, there's another good joke where Yin Yang didn't actually swap bodies with anyone else, but ended up switching bodies with each other, which means Yin is now on the dark half, and Yang is now on the light half, which is meant to be as a cultural reference, because according to Chinese philosophy, this is how Yin and Yang are represented. And I definitely like how Yang learned to treat Yin better, simply because they switch bodies, which means they have a new arm and leg to control. Now, there were at least 3 side plots that were going on in this episode, one involving Bo, one involving MePhone and the Ballpoint Pen character, and the other involving Clover and her luck. With the Bo arc, it's one of the best moments in the episode because we finally get to learn how is Bo alive, and I'm pretty sure the last episode spoiled everything for us. Bo is actually a robot. That explains how she came back from the dead without MePhone recovering her. Now, I'm not going to go into too much details, I might want to save that for the next episode, but you do actually understand about why Bo is actually created as a robot in this season, since they do live in the world where all objects come back to life no matter how many times they die, and Bo's death seems mostly unfair. But the best thing about the robot Bo, or Bo-Bot, is that she doesn't 100% act like the real Bo from Inanimate Insanity, since she doesn't remember words like cheers and marshmallow, and that's because she was programmed to have those words erased so that she wouldn't be reminded about her death. That explains why she doesn't remember those words so much. And now that Bo-Bot knows the truth that she's not the real Bo, she now has her own goal of finding her own identity. And even if this Bo is a robot and the real Bo is still dead and stuck in the mansion, this Bo is still a wonderful character on Inanimate Insanity Season 3. With the Clover side plot, this one is mostly pretty good, and it is actually interesting in how does she feel when she doesn't have her own luck anymore, just normal luck. The only problem I would have with this arc is that Nickel is way too harsh on her. I get it, he's still mad about the box incident, but this guy never gives Clover a chance. She just wants to be friends with him, and all he does is act super suspicious and accusing her about everything. And then comes the side plot with MePhone and Ballpoint Pen, and this one seems interesting. When it comes to the character Ballpoint Pen, I'm not the kind of person that reviews other critics, but he needs to work on his honest, constructive criticism. When MePhone and the other contestants play along with the whole empathy challenge, Ballpoint Pen thinks this whole challenge is meant to be deep or something like that, which I don't get it. Like, I can't think of anyone giving a thumbs up to a 5-hour balloon and goo race. And then there's the feedback that he would have with the other episodes. Now, overall, he thinks Inanimate Insanity is doing well so far. He only has complaints about the whole box incident, the no laughing challenge, about rule breaking, and feeding the contestants high sugary fats like the Mile High Pie. I get what kind of feedback that he's trying to deliver. I definitely understand how he would feel about the box incident, since Box is a contestant of Inanimate Insanity. But then there's a complaint about the Mile High Pie challenge for health issues. He doesn't even know where the floor stomach is. But there is a plus with Mifo impressing Ballpoint Pen. At the end of the challenge, Ballpoint Pen actually gave some good feedback to Mifo that he doesn't have to make a good show simply to impress this one guy. Mifo can make Inanimate Insanity on what he believes is good and creative. That way he'll know whether it turns out good or bad. That's a good feedback and great message about making a show. And just right after, Ballpoint Pen gave out this unusual message to Mifo saying, "You can't do this forever." Almost like he's trying to warn Mifo about his fate and the show, and then he just disappeared. Not a footstep sound. So, this was a great 2-part episode, and with 8 contestants gone, we're down to the final 10, which means we're almost at the halfway mark of Season 3, unless they make an announcement on the second chance on Indefinite Island. But for now, one of these contestants have a 1 in 10 shot of winning that $1 million. And I'm definitely looking forward for the next episode, and I hope Inanimate Insanity wins that Grossker they always wanted.